Hey everyone, how you doing? Jonathan Casey here with Mercury's Messenger Astrology, and I actually have just changed the name to Corona Awakening 2020. What do I want to talk about? I want to talk about a little bit about my last video. I want to emphasize a couple things. Okay, so in some past videos, I talked about a supernatural occurrence that I went through that really freaked me out. And I've really been contemplating uh, what that was and how this supernatural occurrence takes place. And it's not the first time that I went through a supernatural kind of occurrence. One had happened, uh, 6, 7 years ago, um, maybe even 8. And it's when I first found out about Misha Pishu, the Ojibwe lynx serpent that lives in the Great Lakes. And yeah, you know, there's, let me just go here for a second. There's a few, there's Ogopogo, which is the British Columbia native name for it. Misha Pishu, the Ojibwe of the Great Lakes region. The Aztecs or Mayans called it Quetzalcoatl, however they pronounce that. It was the jaguar serpent. And then there is the rainbow serpent in Australia. Now, Celtic, Asian, China, and Japan both, I believe, have dragon serpents as well. There's the serpent in the Bible and all that kind of stuff. And anyhow, I was reading this here. So it's the demonic paradise, and it's talking about Misha Peshu, also known as the underwater panther, or it's the lynx serpent that I know him by, is a supernatural marine creature that is well known among the many indigenous peoples of the northeast woodlands of the Great Lakes region, particularly among the Anishinaabe. Mishipeshu are described as water monsters that live in opposition to the thunderbirds. So I feel like that is in opposition to the phoenix bird. Okay, and so here's my, where am I trying to go with this? Um, okay, so they offer tobacco offerings to Meshipeshu because Meshipeshu likes to be. This is what I was told from the. I lived on a native reserve for 7 years, and the cultural. What was her position now? Something to do with the cultural aspects of her her ancestry. She studied and she was that person on this res, and she told me that Meshipeshu, uh, uh, traditionally they give tobacco offerings because Meshipeshu likes to be recognized, likes to be seen, and when Meshipeshu isn't seen, uh, people die. Um, and so where I'm going with this is numbers, numerology. This incident that happened yesterday on 322, and I wrote, because the guy's name was Ahmad Al something something, and I shortened it to Ahmad AI AI AI. Okay. Well, to me, it's not artificial intelligence, but it's alien intelligence. And this alien intelligence is connected in our subconscious. It lives in uh, a separate realm, and um, maybe has, some kind of relation to the hive mind mentality. Okay, and um, and so we all have parts of ourselves that we deny, the shadow um, that's looking to be rebirthed by the phoenix, right? And so opposing the phoenix is this other consciousness that is very malefic, as that description showed. But I feel like the intentions are to be seen so we can collectively deal with it. And, uh, is it coincidental that St. Patrick's Day was just last week where they chased the snakes out, So is that what this is about? Is recognizing the reptilian consciousness that resides in the deep psyche of the collective and of the individual that needs to be purged, and through numerology, through coincidences, because I at first in my video said MK Ultra, but the event that I went through felt a little bit like MK Ultra, but I feel like, oh, I know that there was um, a supernatural uh, being or force that was at work, and I felt like the government, in my case, CSIS, um, was working with or collaborating. Maybe they were just on the tail of this. They're tracking it themselves. Um, and and yeah, um, I have another video that I also have in mind that will go further into talking about what happened to me personally. But that's what I'm feeling, is that uh, this isn't so much orchestrated. It's more coincidental and tracked, and the stage aspect of it is that reality is a stage, and we are all actors in this play. And um, until we purge the robotic uh, mind, that these kinds of incidences will not only continue, but they will escalate in severity. Um, yeah, so I guess that's where I am with that. We got a pretty cool full moon in Libra coming up, and I'm kind of excited about it because it's conjunct my Pluto degree, and the North Node is conjunct my Jupiter, which is also conjunct my Sun. It's an exact conjunction to Jupiter, and it's a 3 degrees off of my Sun in my 10th house of reputation, and Pluto is in my second house, Libra, which is my relationship to myself, which honestly isn't the best. It's actually pretty poor, and because I don't see my own value half the time. Um, I'm so far out there that uh, I get ridiculed, and you know, um, I keep coming up and doing it anyways, but it's really hard to, I feel, recognize your own value when um, the immediate world around you um, doesn't. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Um, is there anything else I want to add? I don't. I don't think so. I think that's basically what I wanted to talk about. Um, yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. So I'll talk to you guys all soon. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Bye.